Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited to be doing this video. I didn't even know that this collection was out until it came to my door. And I was very confused because I thought that I got like Chipotle delivered. But then I saw on Trend Mood about the new Chipotle x e.l.f. e.l.f. x Chipotle collaboration. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that love Chipotle and I love e.l.f. So I'm very excited to be showing you guys absolutely everything. I will tell you guys the prices, applications, swatches, everything like that. So I hope that you guys find this video helpful and I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you do like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. I know I look a little bit ghostly with a tan neck. I am self-tanned and I'm very pale and I'm already primed and brows ready. I just want to jump into it. Let me first give you guys an overview of all of the products, give you guys the prices, give you some swatches, and then we can apply it on the face. Really quickly, if you want to see a whole PR box unboxing, I did post that in my Instagram Reels as well as my TikTok. They're both the same, vianney.strick. If you guys want to see that, go right ahead and do it. I will link it down below. So let's just hop in. The first product that I have for you guys is called the Extra Guac Sponge Set. This is $10 and it is just described as an avocado angled and rounded side sponge with a mini pit for hard to reach areas. I wanted to show you guys the packaging. Also, the sponge is dry as well as wet. If I didn't mention, this is a limited edition collection, so if you do want it, get your hands on it. Then we have the Make It Hot lip gloss. It is $8 and it is described as a vitamin E plus coconut oil infused lip plumping gloss with a fiery tint of color. It is more of a tint. It's not super red, but I actually like that. I think it looks really pretty, and I will say it does smell like hot reds. Red Hots, like Red Hots, or like cinnamon. It smells exactly like the candy and it's plumping, so I actually love the combination of those two. Then we have the Chipotle eyeshadow palette. This is $16 and it says spice things up with 12 pigment Chipotle ingredient shades. As you guys can see, there is a plastic covering that gives you guys like what every shadow is supposed to be, but you can slide it out and then all the names are gone. I will say I wish they put the names on the actual palette. Just for myself, since I'm a YouTuber, it's easier just to say the shade name. It is a cardboard palette. It is very slim. It does have a magnetic closing and it does have a pretty good size mirror. Lastly, we have the Eyes Chips Face makeup bag. This is $18 and it says all that and a bag of makeup. This fits the entire e.l.f. and Chipotle collection in the bag. It's really cute. It looks exactly like a paper bag and it has like almost like insulation inside. I think it's really cute. If you want like a collector's item, go ahead and get that. Again, that's $18. And if you guys do want to see the whole PR box, check out TikTok and Instagram. Okay, so I did want to start out really quickly with the Plumping Lip Gloss because since it is kind of sheer, I want to show you guys what it looks like on my lips without any lip liner. And then maybe when we're done with the look, I'll add it to some lip liner to make it more intense. I love this color, and the doe applicator is just like a slanted, thin and skinny applicator, and this is what it looks like on bare lips. I'm sorry, I don't have the biggest lips, so let's try to show you as much as I can. See how it added like a little bit more of a pink tint? It does look a lot more red, but on the lips it's definitely more of a pink tint. And I wanted to apply this because I want to see if it really does plump your lips. It doesn't taste like anything, it just smells like cinnamon. And it's not sticky and it's very thick and it feels amazing. This is something that I would definitely throw in my bag for a little bit of color, a little bit of nourishing, and hopefully a little bit of plumping. So far I actually do really like this. Like I would pick it up myself if it wasn't a PR box. I think I'm gonna do the eyeshadow first because I don't know what the fallout is. I do normally enjoy e.l.f. shadows, so I guess we'll do the eyes first and then we'll do the face with the sponges. So I'm gonna add some concealer on my eyelids and set it with a powder, and then we can dive into the eyeshadow palette. I decided to come back with you guys because I think I'm gonna use the little pit to blend out the concealer. I think that this actually would be good for this exact thing. Like this would take me a while for my under eye concealer, but for like eye primer or concealer on the eyelid, I feel like this is actually perfect because you're not getting the concealer up to your brows and you're blending it out really nicely. The cool thing is that it comes in a set, so it's not like you have to like buy this little thing separately. but it is nice and handy. So I'm gonna set my eyelids real quick with some translucent powder, and then we can actually get into the eyeshadow portion. Here are some swatches. I'm so impressed so far. The shimmers are absolutely stunning, and the mattes are also very pigmented. They don't look chalky at all. Maybe I should do a green look because I have a feeling that a lot of people might do red. So maybe we should do green, and that way it might give you something different to look at. I don't know how that's gonna look on me, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, I'll do it for the video. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a very light hand with this shade right here. It does pick up a lot of product, so tap it off. That's the thing about e.l.f. shadows. You do pick up a lot and they're very pigmented. So just tap off the excess and they will blend beautifully. So I'm kind of just putting that everywhere. I think I'm gonna do like a half cut crease just because that's a way to use like a lot of different shades. Like I said, going in with a very light hand. I'll probably go in with a heavier hand later to like deepen it out. But this is more of like my crease shade. A little bit of shadow goes such a long way. Then I'm gonna go in with this green shade with a smaller brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna go right under that brown shade. And I'm gonna go back and forth, right under the crease, as well as on the outer corner. So you'll see me go back and forth until I get the desired look. I could go in with a heavier hand and do it quicker, but I don't want it to look messy, so I'm just gonna go back and forth and do that. Okay, so obviously it's gonna look a little bit messy here. I will clean it up with like a makeup wipe, but I really like the way it's looking. When the green is mixed with the brown, it almost turns into like an olive shade, which is obvious, but I like the way everything's blending together. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is a lot of fallout on the actual palette, but on my face, there's no fallout at all, so that's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna bring the green all the way through the lid just to give that green shadow a base. And then I'm gonna wet a flat brush and I'm gonna go in with like the shimmery green and do a half cut crease. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, this shade is insane. Wow. I mean, I feel like I don't even have to say anything. I think it speaks for itself. Even though it's like very odd, like Chipotle and e.l.f., it's two things that a lot of people love. And what I like about it is that even though this is like very food related, I feel like the palette is done so well to where it's like fun because it's Chipotle, but there is a lot of pops of color, but there's also a lot of neutrals. So you can make this an everyday palette, or you can make it a colorful palette with really nice like shimmers and mattes to go with it. I really like the concept. And I really like the color story. I'm gonna grab that plum shade. Maybe I'll mix the brown and the plum. And I'm going to stamp it. No, just the plum. Just the plum. That's funny, my eyeshadow looks like an avocado. And then just diffusing the edges. Once we finish off the face, we'll do the inner corner and the lower lash line. So right now, I'm gonna add some wing liner and some lashes, and then we can move on to the sponge. So the glue is still drying, but this is what it looks like. I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm so glad we went for the green. I think it looks beautiful, and that green shade is just stunning. These are my Princesa lashes. I will link them down below if you guys are interested. So let's start using these sponges. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. CC cream, the e.l.f. Camo CC cream, because it's one of my favorites. Just remember, I am matching my neck, not my face. So I'm gonna blend this out. I guess I'll use like the butt. It's so soft and the butt is like huge. I mean, it's like way bigger than a regular sponge. So far it's like covering a lot of my face really quickly. I really like this. It reminds me a lot of like the Wet n Wild Hot Pink sponge, or the KOKIE Cosmetics sponge, or the Ofra sponge. Just those really soft sponges that don't have like huge pores, if you know what I mean. You know what? I'm gonna grab the top of it and blend my forehead because my eyebrows are already done. Okay, I actually really like this side of it because usually like on a beauty blender or a regular beauty sponge, the top would be very pointy, which I feel like it's kind of hard to like blend with a pointy sponge. But since this is a little bit, you know, rounder, it almost like distributes it more evenly, which I really like. Okay, so we are blended and I love it. I definitely think this would be a good concealer sponge, except since it doesn't have the little point, it would be hard to get in those inner corners, so that's when this comes in. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Sand. So I'm first gonna just get the blemishes because it's so easy with this little pit. I've never thought I would like a little sponge like this, but I'm actually digging it. Especially because I do my eyebrows first, so I feel like this is just such a good sponge to like go around them. So now I'm gonna turn it over and do the inner corner, which the inner corner is really hard to do when you already have eyeshadow on. So again, I'm kind of digging this. And now the eyeliner part. I definitely don't feel the need to go back in with the avocado sponge, but just for fun, it feels really good under the eyes, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face, do the rest of my makeup, and then we can apply this lip plumper with a lip liner, and I'll also give you guys like my final thoughts on how this feels on my lips. So for the lower lash line, I grabbed that plum shade and I put it in the outer corner, a little bit of a tight line, and then I used the matte green shade and did that in the inner corner of the bottom lash line, and I just diffused it with the brown matte shade. So for the inner corner highlight, I decided to go with the more yellow of the two, and I did wet it with a setting spray, and oh my goodness guys, the payoff was beautiful. I used whatever was extra to put under my eyebrows, and then I also put on some bottom line mascara. Guys, I am so like impressed with this eyeshadow palette. I mean, I know that I like e.l.f. eyeshadows, but this just looks so good. Like, I really, really love it. So really quickly, this lip gloss, I actually really like it. I would wear this on an everyday basis. It didn't plump my lips that much, but it also didn't hurt. So if you don't like lip plumping glosses that are painful, then you're gonna like this. I feel like a lot of people would like this because it does have a little bit of a tint, so you could use it on your bare lips and it gives you a little bit of color, a little bit of shine, and the formula is really, really nice. But since we do have a very dramatic look, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with like a brown shade so that it matches, and I will put the lip gloss on top. I guess let's just stick to e.l.f. I'll use the e.l.f. Retro Paradise liner in the shade. This is like the second to darkest. There's no shade names. And I am going to overline the crap out of my lips. Cute. And now let's apply this. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference, but it will have a little bit of a, oh yeah, it's giving it more of a pinky tint, which I really like. So this is the final look. I am absolutely obsessed. I will give you guys a quick rundown of everything. This palette, 10 out of 10. I think that it has a really good shade range with pops of colors, neutrals, mattes, shimmers. It does have a mirror. It is nice and lightweight, and the pigmentation I think speaks for itself. The sponges I actually really like. I think I already lost the pit. Did I lose the pit? Oh, here we go. Hey, pit. I actually really like it. I think it's cool that they come together because I normally would never buy this, but today I realized that I actually will be using this more than I thought. And then this is just a really awesome, bigger and squishy sponge that will cover your whole face a lot quicker. And it also has sharp edges, so you could do some baking. As for the lip gloss, I also really love it. I think it looks beautiful over lip liner, and as you guys saw, it did look beautiful on bare lips. Again, not the most plumping, but it doesn't hurt, and it does smell like cinnamon, and it's not sticky, and it feels beautiful. As for the bag, I definitely think that's more of like a novelty item. Oh, I just dropped everything. I think it's really cute if you want it. It looks like a lunch bag, and you can fit a lot of stuff in here. I feel like this would actually be a pretty good like brush bag because brushes fit in here. So you know what, like 10 out of 10 everything. I love the concept. I love that it's still affordable. I think it's worth it. I think all the products really surprised me. Well, they didn't surprise me, but they definitely lived up to my standards of e.l.f., which are very high because I love e.l.f. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. I will link everything down below for you guys to shop. And guys, if you're still watching my video, please consider subscribing. You obviously enjoyed the video. Give your girl a like, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys very, very much. Bye.